next step is feature generation using p-form or p-feature algorithm. So I have no scope to show you what is p-feature algorithm. It is nothing but an algorithm which can identify patterns. Okay, in computer science there is a terminology called pattern recognition. Okay, now pattern recognition is very similar to how should I say, like your like your in your mobile phone there is an option, if you smile the camera will start. So this is kind of a pattern recognition algorithm. Now what it does, it searches for a particular kind of pattern in any given sample. Now if it identifies the pattern, it initiates or starts an algorithm. Okay, if it do not find any pattern, then it do not start any algorithm. Okay, so what happens, this feature generation algorithm, what it does is it searches for the patterns. Okay, now once the pattern is identified, then what it does, feature selection using MRMR. Now MRMR is one more algorithm. I have not studied this thing in detail, but it understands that it identifies multiple patterns and makes a small database of the patterns only, isn't it? So if you have read my earlier paper that we have shared with you, I do not know whether if you go through the this thing abstract only, you will see that the tafazine proteins are having a particular kind of pattern. Okay, now that pattern should be recognized by a tool so that it can identify where mutations have occurred. Okay, if you read the earlier data, this research paper that we have shared with you, in the abstract itself, we have mentioned a particular motif. In protein technology, we call it motif. In computer science, they call it pattern. Only this much difference. Now, later on, what it does is internal validation on training data set using machine learning techniques such as DT, RF, SVM, LR, GNV, KNN, XGV. There are multiple types of algorithms which are very rudimentary, which are very advanced. So out of that, the advanced ones are support vector machine. Then there is random forest, RF is also an advanced one. Then there is KNN. This is also convolutional neural network. That is also an advanced algorithm. But some others are also there. So okay, so what they do is they will internally validate the training data set, and they'll try to understand that whatever data set you provided, these are correct or not. So if some protein is there which elicit interleukin 13, there must be some kind of common pattern in that. Okay, now what is a common pattern? Consider that there is a leucine zipper. I do not know whether you have heard of leucine zipper or not. Leucine zipper is a motif in protein where multiple leucine residues are present hand in hand, one after another, one after another. Now, leucine is a highly non-polar amino acid. Please listen carefully. Now, due to the highly non-polar environment at a particular site, there is a bulk which is present in the protein structure. So, wherever there is a leucine zipper, there is a non-polar bulk. Non-polar bulk means it diffuses into plasma membrane, but it do not come near to the water. Understood? So, like this, many motifs are there. So, leucine zipper is a pattern. So, leucine zipper is only present in DNA binding proteins, not everywhere. Are you getting? So, like this, it will identify the pattern and it will try to understand whether the training data set that you have provided is correct or not. Now, subsequently, what it does is then it will calculate the best possible result, and then eventually it will give you an answer. Okay, we will do this whole exercise today, that how you are only submitting a FASTA sequence of an amino acid or a protein, then the tool will tell you whether this protein is able to produce interleukin 13 or not. Okay, so this is one thing. This is a very basic idea how these algorithms are being built and how these packages are being built. Now, there could be multiple layers of these points that they have mentioned, but this is the most generalized structure of a simulation toolbox or simulation software that can reduce substantially your requirement of time, requirement of money to do biomedical research. Okay. So that was the idea, to make you appreciate that how computer science can dramatically improve your precision as well as your effectivity, or your efficiency to produce excellent value in biomedical research. Okay, despite of the fact that you may belong to a resource limited setup. Okay,